Alrighty. Hello. It's time for Xenoblade 2. Torna. Torna. Specifically Torna, not regular Xenoblade 2. Alright. Alright. So I'm gonna have to do like a quick audio check when I get the game up. Because I've had to like rejigger my audio settings from my stream yesterday. It was not quite right. I think for the Switch it should be okay. I think the problem yesterday had more to do with the emulator for tactics. I think it sounds okay so far. Let's get into the actual game here. Textures loading.
Looks like we're out of snacks.
We're out of snacks. Yeah, I think it sounds okay. Alright, so I'm gonna switch over here. Oh, wait. The audio kind of clipped out there. Alright. I think it's okay. Oh, no, wait, it clipped out again. Huh. That is, that was probably a connection issue. Hold on, let me, check something. Because I checked my, bandwidth just before I went live here, and it looked okay. Let me check it again. Now it's saying my upload speeds are bad. Just as I start. Well, it looks like I'm still playable. It's just everything's gonna have a big delay on it. I think quality-wise I'm okay. It's just... it's gonna be like a 15-second delay between what I'm actually doing and what shows up on stream. I just don't want the audio cutting out.
Ah, the first rays of the morning sun. And just like that,
Alright, I'm just gonna switch
all
over.
the nightmares wash away.
How far do you think we'll get today?
Yes, pardon those noises of me switching headsets here. But yeah, I don't like the idea of my audio cutting out, because I'm not gonna be able to tell. But hopefully it'll be fine. Anyway, because I want to make progress here. I want to make progress in this game. But I've been putting it off for a few days. Okay. Alright, anyway, I keep pressing the X button. I'm so used to pressing the X button on the Super Nintendo controller to go to the menu. But on here it goes to the map. That always throws me off. I wish I could rebind the keys to fix that. Because there's no way for me to rebind the keys. Every game should have the ability to rebind keys. I'm just saying. Xenoblade is no exception. I will count that against this game. Just throwing me off every time I play this. Because I am so used to pressing X, the X button, to go to the menu. Like in every other Super Nintendo RPG, I know this is not Super Nintendo, but every Super Nintendo RPG I played, you press the X button to go to the menu. Start button is the pause button. Because here, start button is the menu button. Anyway, enough about that. Characters are level 55-ish on average right now. Or 56, actually. Oh, wait, go back. Go back. So, I've been doing side quests. I've been trying to fill out the affinity chart for the blades. They're mostly filled out now. There's a few things that are taking me longer to do, like that. This one, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do this. Apparently, I need to talk to more people, but who else is there left for me to talk to? Or is this the oh, that's game community. So I have to do side quest. But look, this is where I'm at with the side quest stuff. I did a lot of side quest stuff. Like, I think I did everything I could. The only exception is this, which I can't seem to complete. It says I have to wait till later in the game to complete that one. I don't know why, but okay. So apparently, I guess I'm not close to the end of the game yet. Apparently there's still more stuff to do. But I've done everything I can do, so I have to progress the game now. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, is to progress the game. In order to progress, I must go over here. And progress the game. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep things on the casual tonight. Still feeling a little off. I was kind of debating whether streaming tonight or not, but I felt like I needed to do something with Xenoblade.
This is
So we're gonna do this tonight.
Makes a fine ally.
Now we got another spot to explore. More pieces. I did get enough
This is becoming addictive.
of those pieces to open up the rest of that sealed cavern thing over in Lada, I believe. Wasn't really anything that good in there, but I got through that anyway.
You're coming with me, treasure. You're coming with me, treasure.
Coming with me. Alright, so what is this thing? Where does this go? Elevator. Going down. The hair never stops moving. Oh, I guess we're underneath the city now. Interesting.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Ah, this is new.
This place would make a...
Oh, we have, thing.
What an incredible place.
Eggs.
It's the matrix of our Titan.
What does...
When the time comes, this is where blades come to be reborn as Titans.
You mean we'll all become Titans someday?
It's nice to be here again. After 800 years.
Were you born here too, Azurda?
After all, I was a blade born from the Tornan Titan. Of course, I don't have any memories of that time. Once a blade becomes a Titan, they can live without being bound to the driver who awoke them. One day, they may come to watch over their children as the very ground beneath their feet.
And the fleeting bonds become eternal. It's the basis of the Tornan Creed.
Eternal bonds.
So, what now?
Malice said he was going to wait.
But can we really believe him?
I don't think he lied.
Oh, snap, you know, I just forgot something, but anyway, I'll take care of that for the cutscene.
That's fine. I'd say he's having way too much fun to stop right now.
He said that humans long for death.
And that he was happy to oblige.
Benevolent servant.
Award ceremony. Okay, you know what I forgot? I forgot that, in order for me to do all the side quest stuff, I actually had to go back into the castle and do a side, and there was a cutscene there. I had to do that cutscene in order for me to progress and do all the side quest stuff. Let me see if I can play that video. If I can remember how to do video without messing things up here. Hold on. Because it's actually a pretty, I guess it's a relevant cutscene. Xenoblade 2. This stuff. Let's play. Okay. I noticed before when I did this with Final Fantasy Tactics, the audio is actually playing. I just can't hear it on my end. So yeah, I had to do this cutscene in order to progress here. But basically, Lora and Hugo and Adam have to revisit the king here after the city was attacked and screwed up.
Could not halt Malos, nor even
I had to do this in order to get the city somewhat back to normal so I can progress.
I have no excuses.
I guess I should have did this part at the end of the last stream, but
Majesty,
I was just running so late
I beseech
that
you
night.
to lay them low, that the
You know,
people
I'll just
may
let this
have
play
faith
out.
in government.
Majesty!
Brother, your advice is wise.
Your Majesty,
Please, wait a moment. Adam only sought to protect your realm.
silence! Is your voice more important than the king's?
But what of you, Zeta?
What of me?
Look first to yourself, I bid you.
What do you mean?
Surely Adam sailed the ship into a rocky reef. But if he were the bow, you were the stern.
Your Majesty, those are bitter words. It was Adam's vanguard that let slip Malos.
Would our army have succeeded with certainty, brother? In the hour of need, where were they?
We set the defense of the people as our highest goal, Your Majesty. Our soldiers guided the townsfolk to safety.
While Adam's militia flew, though rashly, into the breach, and the brave dragoons of noble Hugo wagered their lives as mere trifles for our nation's sake.
But
It unfolded thus. If honor took its natural course, the sons of Torna should have stood their ground. Mark their honor above their frailty. You saw the battle with your own eyes, did you not, my brother?
I did.
And how did you think it?
Words can scarcely describe it. It was unlike any mere human struggle. I fear I could not report it justly.
Indeed, brother. It was a fight beyond our ken. I, too, saw it with my own eyes. Our Tornan crafts of war would have been doubly doomed against Malos.
That's...
Is it not folly to assume that our army could do what Adam's could not?
Your Majesty.
Noble Hugo, my brother forgets grace and gratitude. Our nation hangs over doom like a ripened fruit. You and yours are our final ray of hope. Will you offer us?
Yeah, this other dude here, he's like
to avenge ourselves on the.
He reminds me of I forgot the guy's name.
We
on
came
the
with that very intention, Your Majesty.
Future Connected
Didn't we,
DLC
Prince Adam?
On Xenoblade Chronicles. There's
Yes.
Galgar. I don't know why he reminds me of Galgar. I just have a feeling this other dude's gonna like. He's gonna do something bad, and he's gonna try and fuck things up, and he's just gonna betray everybody and be like, "Arr, I hate Adam. I must do something about him."
Your name is Lora, is it not?
I would not be surprised if he tries to
Your
pull
work
some
impressed me
shit.
deeply.
No,
Yet you are no knight, bear no peerage.
Yes. I'm from a settlement in the distant borderlands. I serve with a mercenary band.
I knew you for a warrior. Good Lora, I would like to recognize your valiant labors. The title of Knight of the Realm, it is yours, if you would accept it.
You are now a knight of the realm.
A knight?
Lora, my congratulations.
I can hardly believe it. Me?
Come now. A title is a mere decoration. Surely you learned that from me.
I hope it will raise your spirits a little, Lora.
Humble Lora, I have a request I must make of you. This day, the people of our nation shiver in the darkest of shadows cast by mighty Malos. But I bid that you seed a flower of hope in this shadow-mired land.
I hope that I can. Your Majesty, I'll do my best.
Well spoken, brave Lora. We shall anoint thee as Lady Lora tomorrow in the plaza.
Okay, so
before
this
the
is going to
palace.
be the anointment thing. Okay. That's what's coming up. Also, apparently becoming a knight of the realm apparently says you have to help everybody in Torna. So, okay. I actually took care of most of it already. That's what I was doing. Between streams. Yeah, do community. The game insists I do community. So I think that's everything I had to do. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so back to the game. Oops, that was the wrong button. No. No. Switch. Switch. There we go. My monitor has those stupid capacitive buttons on it that I can't feel for. I hate capacitive buttons. Well, maybe not all the time, it's just they need to be used correctly on a device. The way they're used on my monitor is really dumb, because they're kind of underneath, and everything's black, so I can't even see where they are. There's no tactile sensation there to feel where they are. I just kind of have to... I think the button's right here. I hate that. But my monitor is a few years old. I'm hoping, like, since then, like, you know, designers have realized that, hey, maybe we ought to put some kind of tactile thing there where the button is, so people actually know where it is. Especially if it's all black and you can't really see where it is. Anyway. Just little rant from me. Okay. Anyway. So yeah. So Lora is a knight of Torna now. And I'm gonna walk back in here and take a look. If there's anything in here. So, okay, blades become titans. We have established that. And I guess these are like titan eggs. Like the titan has eggs, and the eggs become blades, and then the blades become titans. And like, how long does it take a blade to become a titan? Oh, okay, he does get added to the thing. I guess we just go back up then. I do have some topics to talk about tonight. But I'm gonna wait and see if there's any more cutscenes first. I don't want to talk over the cutscenes. So let's do this anointment thing for Lora. And then we'll see what happens after that. Oh wait, nope, this is not where I'm supposed to go. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, the inn. That's right, the inn. Rest. End cutscene.
Hey, Jen. That mask. You don't need it anymore.
You don't need to be a Shar.
Yeah. Since you're a Knight of Torna now, there's no danger of getting in trouble for resonating with a stolen core.
What should we do with that?
Nothing, I think. I think I'll keep wearing it. You went to all the trouble of making it for me.
Yeah. I mean...
Huh?
Someday I'll die, and just like that you'll return to your crystal. Even if you forget everybody, at least you might be able to keep the mask that I made you.
Lora.
But I imagine that day's still a long way off, so don't worry.
If I were a praying man, I'd pray this journal finds its way to you. Trusting that it will, I will use these last words to pass down a means of carving the bond between myself and my partner into this flesh. This is how it is done.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I'm officially a Tornan driver now. Okay, let's make some memories.
Okay. The lip syncing doesn't match the voice either. It's just
Adam's
so
star
weird.
is rising. It seems that the people love him.
And naught but the fruit of the king's whimsy and an obscure woman.
Ah,
Yet if only he were not the driver of the Aegis.
you'd each have your just share of dignity.
It's like, no, we're not aligning with you because you're an asshole.
Questor, is it really true that...
Certainly, I did give life to Malos, but when he acts, it's divine will.
the destruction of the world is the will of the divine?
Indeed it is. Malos is the instrument of destruction. Making the architect's will imminent takes many able hands.
So Malthus is just kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm cool with this. I unleashed Malos to fuck everything up. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's the will of God.
But maybe this is exactly what they wanted. Become Titans. Have a longer life with humans. Huh?
Oh, nothing. I was just remembering the previous time you said that.
I did?
My reply was, how about you? And what do you think you said?
I don't wish for forever. All I want is my life with her. That's plenty.
Ah. Spoken like a true blade. No one can begrudge you that.
I wonder how it was for you.
Well, honestly, I suppose I may well have been just like you, Jean. Still?
Still?
Being like this isn't so bad either. After some years, or centuries, you find yourself ready for new relationships. I came to realize that.
New relationships.
Oh, Jin, there you are. You were in a cutscene. Far away from us. Excuse me, that's what we've been, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 hours in the game. I'm sorry, but Jin's lips should not be moving while he's having an internal monologue. This just looks very weird. I'm sorry, you can't get around that. Just I'm sorry, but this is like a really basic thing for a cutscene programmer to like not mess up, and they messed it up. Okay, whatever. Don't have the lips move when they're thinking. Okay. Yay, okay, so as I said before, I guess becoming a Knight of Torna means you have to help everybody. But I've kind of done most of that already. So I guess we'll just talk to people again? Maybe something will happen. Okay, okay. So some additional side quests have become available. Okay, I don't think I really need to talk to everybody. Let's just see what the quests are and get those in my journal so we can do them. I mean, I guess we have to.
I see there's work to do.
No. No, there is no work to do. Alright, let's see. Who else needs help? Speak up now, or forever hold your peace. I know there's like somebody else. There's two around here. Yeah, we're pretty busy, so let's just walk off. So you want us to clean up the rubble? I'm assuming that's what you want us to do, right? We're knights. We're capable of fighting amazingly powerful monsters, but you want us to move rocks around. That'll be a good use of our skills.
We'd be more than happy to assist.
No.
You didn't have to, but thanks.
You didn't have to be added to my community board, but thanks anyway.
Ugh, we're such saps.
Yes, we are very much. Alright, who else? There's one other person. More trash cleaning.
In troubled times, we help each other.
No. No, we don't. No. No. Okay, let's trash. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this one since this one's right in town. Okay. Alright, so topics. So over the weekend,
irresistible force.
Laser focus.
I saw something. I saw a movie, which I haven't seen in a long time, and I have a few things to say about this movie. It's related to Final Fantasy. No, not that movie. Not Advent Children, that stupid Final Fantasy VII fan service thing. No, I'm talking about the other Final Fantasy movie, which I haven't seen in ages. Spirits Within. It was on Amazon, and I think it's probably going off Amazon right now, so... So I sat down and watched that, and I remember I actually went to the theaters and saw that when it came out, and not a lot of people actually went and saw the movie, so... It did very poorly in the theaters. And I kind of rewatched it here, and... You know what?
I do only what His Majesty
I don't really
asks
think
of
it
me.
was as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. I think the problem with the movie is that it's one of those rare situations where a piece of media is associated with another piece of media, but it has very little related to it. In this case, Final Fantasy, the games, and the Spirits Within don't really have a lot in common with each other. You have to kind of keep in mind that
irresistible force.
the Spirits Within it's an original story. It has nothing to do with the games. It's not an adaptation of any of the video games or anything like that. And actually, no, before I continue, I need to turn the volume down. Just on my end. On my end. It's not going to be on the game end. It's making it hard for me to think. Give me a second. There we go. I'm just turning it down. Turning it down for myself here so I can actually hear myself. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, Spirits In, so I watched that. And kind of as I'm trying to imply, I think it's one of those things where I think you have to kind of have the right expectation going into it. And if you go into it thinking of it as a science fiction movie, you'll probably enjoy it. It'll probably be fine that way. But if you go into it thinking that it's going to be Final Fantasy VII, then yes, you're going to be disappointed. And I think that was the problem with the film, because it came out, I want to say it was 2001 I think is when it came out. So it's kind of right on the cusp of where Final Fantasy IX came out, I think, or right around when 10. And of course people are going to think, oh, a Final Fantasy movie, it's all CGI movie and everything. It's gonna be like that. It's not. You know, when watching it, what I was reminded of?
Witness my
I was reminded of Star Trek: The Motion Picture. I think the Spirits Within has the same problem as the motion picture for Star Trek. It's very cerebral. It's kind of slow. It's very much of a hard science fiction type of story. And if you're not into that type of thing, then yeah, you're probably not gonna like this film. And that was the sort of thing that I imagine that a lot of players of the Final Fantasy games probably were not really used to. So it was kind of like right away the film didn't really appeal to that audience. Which again, probably was part of the problem. And I guess the other thing is that cerebral films like that tend to have a harder time gaining audiences and being understandable. So I think there was kind of like two unfortunate strikes against the film before it even came out, and that was sort of the issue with it. But, you know, setting aside all that stuff here,
Witness my irresistible
again, as I said, if you think of it as a science fiction film and go into it like that, it's actually kind of decent. It's not. I'm not saying it's a great movie. I mean, it still has some issues here and there. Like I do remember there's just some pacing issues in the film. Like I said, it moves kind of slow in some areas. There's also a few instances where characters just kind of suddenly know things and they don't really kind of explain to the audience or any sort of context as to why they suddenly know this thing. It's like, okay, alright. Okay, so who is this guy we're talking to? He's part of a quest. Oh, he's the one making the boat. He needs materials, so I guess he needs wood. Yeah, he needs lumber, of course. You know, all of these boxes behind you that are, like, not serving any purpose. You can make a boat out of that. You can make a small boat. Well, I guess we're gonna find out about that. Alright, so... yeah, back to the Final Fantasy movie. There is something else I do kind of want to add about it. Add about the Spirits Within. It was a film it was written by Hironobu Sakaguchi, who wrote and directed all the Final Fantasy games. So, that is something I also think you have to kind of keep in mind in the back of your head when you're watching the Spirits Within. And if you played most of the Final Fantasy games, you know, besides 7, even though there actually are some things about 7 I think kind of can relate to the film. So this is a weird thing, there actually are some things that kind of, I'm not going to say tie in, but there are some ideas that are reused from some of the Final Fantasy game storylines in the film. You would have to really know the games in order to catch a lot of this stuff, because it's not really obvious. I know the most obvious thing is that, oh, there's a character named Sid, but that's kind of almost in every Final Fantasy game, so if you miss that, then you really have not played any games, but that's kind of the most obvious thing. But when you dig down into the storyline and the plot, there's something in my mouth, I don't know what that was. So, okay, I'm just probably get into a little bit of spoilers for the movie here, because I kind of have to a little bit for this part, so if you don't care, you can keep listening. But if you do want to watch the movie, maybe mute this part or something. I don't know. Maybe when I make Lora do something really weird, you can unmute. We'll see. But anyway, so the storyline is about... Shut up, Adam.
Just like that, all the nightmares wash away.
Shut up.
How far do you think we'll get today?
Shut up. Anyway. Okay, so the basic storyline of the movie is that there is this meteor that has crashed on Earth, and there are these aliens that are kind of invading the Earth and apparently they're like ghost-like spirit entities. I can't really be... Well, apparently they can be shot. I don't really quite understand that, but whatever. They can pass through things like a ghost. And you find out, basically, they really are just ghosts. They are ghosts of beings and creatures from another planet, basically. And that meteor is basically a chunk of that planet that was shot through space and ended up on Earth. So now you have these alien ghosts that are kind of walking around on Earth, and they don't really kind of explain this bit. I don't really know how they kill people, but apparently they can just take the soul out of people and life and absorb some or something. I'm not really sure. They never really get into the details about that, but that is the general threat, is that these alien ghosts are going around just sucking the souls out of everything on the planet. So, and there are these little protected cities, and people have developed countermeasures against the ghosts with these energy shields that can kind of block them. I think it's supposed to be very similar energy from what I understand. But yeah, so that's kind of the general premise, and the main character, Aki, Dr. Aki Ross. Took me a second to remember her name. So her and Sid are basically trying to find the... I forget the exact number, but there's like spirits they have to find, and if they get all these spirits together, they can create sort of an anti-wave energy to the alien ghost and can get rid of them somehow. They don't really go into the details about why that is, but okay, so anyway, that's sort of the general idea of what the story is. So, and there you got, and there's this team of mercenaries. They kind of end up helping Aki out, and there's Gray, who's supposed to be the love interest, and you have Hein, who's supposed to be the bad guy, the villain. He wants to use his super laser in space to blow up the meteor, and I just want to say that Hein is a very stupid villain. He was very poorly written, so that is one area where I will fault the movie. I thought Hein was a very stupid villain. So that's something they probably could have done better here. Oh yeah, we're trying to find this dude here. Okay. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, so they kind of... I mean, at the start of the movie, they've already found most of the spirits already. And of course, you find out later on that, you know... that Aki is actually already infected with the,
well done.
I guess, ghost bacteria from the aliens or something like that, and it's being contained within her. She has this, like, kind of like Iron Man apparatus in her chest that you can't really see, that's kind of containing it. And then you later on find out, oh, that's the final spirit, is this thing. So when they come trying to figure out where the final spirit is, that's what the actual final spirit is. It's this alien thing that's kind of merged with a human spirit, almost, sort of thing. So, but yeah, so they end up going to the meteor eventually to try and merge all the spirits around, because of course, you know, Hein is such an incredibly incompetent villain. He keeps screwing things up, like, I'm gonna lower the shields and prove that I'm right. Instead, he ends up killing everybody in the city, because, you know, he's incompetent, as we quickly find out. And then when it comes to the space laser thing, it's like, I'm just gonna keep firing the space laser over and over and over again until the thing blows up in my face, because I'm incompetent. Again, that's why Hein is such a bad villain, because he was incompetent, and I didn't really like that. I'd like smarter villains rather than stupid. And Hein was definitely in the stupid category of a villain. Oh, here we go. Trash. Oh, let's clean up trash. But anyway, what I'm trying to actually kind of get to by by doing all of explaining the story here is that there are a few little things that are kind of borrowed and lifted from the Final Fantasy games plot lines. Well, not really plots, just like ideas. Like especially in a lot of the earlier Final Fantasy games, there was this whole idea of the elemental crystals, where you have to go around and collect the elemental crystals in order to bring them together for the ultimate power or something like that. That's very much like what they're trying to do with the spirits in the movie. You just substitute the spirits for the crystals, and it's kind of the same idea, right there. The alien meteor, that's very much like...
Aren't we intrepid?
Nature makes
it's almost exactly like what the meteor in Final Fantasy VII was. Because... I'm not talking, well, okay, not the meteor spell that Sephiroth tries to use, but there's an actual meteor crater, which is the meteor that Genova came in. And she was this alien being that sort of set a lot of things off in the world of Final Fantasy VII. So the meteor in that movie is very much like the meteor that Genova came in. Kind of having a similar effect and just changing the world. Although it wasn't really like Space Ghost or anything coming out of it, but it was that sort of thing. So it's a similar idea. So you can see that Sakaguchi is reusing some ideas from the games. He's just putting them together in a different way in this original story he's trying to make. I think there was something else. I'm trying to... hold on. I want to say there was something else, but now I can't remember what it was. But yeah, there's stuff like that. There's probably a few other things in there, because it has been a long time since I've played some of the other Final Fantasy games. A Ruined World sort of thing, which in Super Laser. Kinda like what the World of Ruin was like in Final Fantasy VI. Because also Kefka had like a super laser thing on his tower too, so it's kind of again sort of borrowing that same idea again and just reusing it. But yeah, it's kind of like little things like that where some of the ideas from some of the other games are kind of readapted into this film. But the thing is, you would really have to know the games in order to actually pick up on these things, and I feel like most people don't really know the game as well as they think they do, and they don't catch these things. Or they don't really think about it carefully, and it's like, oh, it's like, whatever. Yeah, there's just some other thing I kind of remember from the time when it came out. Aki was like supposed to be a big deal. They were planning on reusing her character for like other films. She was going to be like a virtual movie star sort of thing, and that's what Square Pictures were going to do with her. Unfortunately, that never happened. So, so Aki Ross is now forgotten to the forgotten history of Square now. Where are we going? I need to have destination. Do I need to go back to the city? Yes, I need to go back to the city. Oh yeah. I remember at the time reading up and hearing about the film.
Let's catch our breath and move out.
Squaresoft at the time put so much money into this film. I remember they had purchased these computers. I don't remember exactly what they were called, but they were like top of the line at the time for CGI rendering. They bought like a whole bunch of these things, and I think they set up like their studios in Hawaii, I think is what it was. And I don't remember exactly when they started on the film, but I know it took them a few years just to render everything in that film. And if you think about it, even that was a lot to do back in like 1999, 2000, 2001 when the film was being made. Because nowadays, when you think about CGI rendering for films, I mean, Pixar and Disney do fully CGI films, and they can put them out like once a year now. But no, back then when trying to do like a realistic CGI film like that took a long time to do, because they did not have the horsepower in their computers that we have today. So I think even just that alone, you can probably acknowledge that this film was quite an incredible feat to make, just on the technical side. So yeah, so I mean, on that aspect, yes, it is a historically important film because it really did push the boundaries of CGI in filmmaking. So, I mean, I think that's something a lot of people can kind of agree on. The film was definitely important in that aspect because afterwards, CGI in film started to get a lot better. Okay, so we talked to you. Who else we talk to? Gotta talk to this guy. Alright. Wow, I thought that was the dude right there. I'm seeing so many NPCs getting reused throughout this game. It's actually throwing me off a little bit. Like, I'm seeing the same faces. I know that they have like there's like probably like a database of faces and outfits they have for all the NPCs. It's probably not as varied as it probably would seem to be, because that's the way it's done in a lot of games, but I kind of feel like they need to have just a few more, because I'm seeing like the same faces and characters like over and over and over throughout this game. And this is just DLC game, so I think it's probably going to be a lot worse than the main game. Alright, where do we need to go now? This way. Oh, that's right. Wait. Oh, over there. Ah, the map marker. You're japing me. Would you just like turn around in an instant? That's just like unnecessary. Sand. There's sand right here. Okay. All the way back here. Okay.
Even on familiar ground,
Whoosh.
we must stay vigilant.
I'll be honest, I kind of like that comment from Lora, just going whoosh every time we teleport. I think more characters should just say whoosh when you teleport, when you fast travel. It's just like whoosh. Oh look, we have a monster we have to kill. Okay, we get a little bit of action.
For a fight. Happy to oblige. Look out!
My thanks.
Slow down!
Think again.
My thanks. My senses are heightened.
You read my mind. Elemental attack.
Snow blast. Star slash. Leave it. Let's try a zero way.
Into the fray.
Let's fight! You're really something, you know that, Jin?
And
We really must spar sometime. In fact, I insist.
Everybody hates a nag, friend. Isn't that right, Jin?
Bye-bye. And now we gotta go all the way back. Whoosh!
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
But Dad, you said the garden is made of sand.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Hey, give me a level up. Level 4. You need to do 16 more. That unlocked more side quests for me to do. More side quests. Yay, just what I wanted. Just what I wanted to do.
You can rest easy now.
Oh yes, more side quest. The Knights of Torna are being put to good use.
Nighttime. I do love a bit of peace and quiet. Time to bed down soon, don't you think?
Give me a whoosh.
What a pleasant stroll.
No, I want whoosh.
Where shall we
I
head to
think
next?
we're out of provisions.
Yes, yes. I knew this was gonna be a side quest at some point. I'm dying, you know. Alright. Make a vase.
I would be no leader if I turned down an opportunity like this.
Wait. Oh, there we go. Lord Adam! Lord Adam! Alright. We have to go kill things. We can do that.
May I offer my assistance?
What is this? I got an arrow in the knee. I can't guard as well as I used to. That was for some money. You don't say. I have way too much money, by the way. I don't know what to do with all the money I have. There's really nothing worthwhile for me to buy. Because I always find better equipment out in the field. So it's like, what do I have all this money for? I think I have like 700,000 gold. I can't do anything with it. So I'm like, but sure, let me go find some more money.
I said I'd do it, so consider it done.
I don't know what to do with money in this game. I have too much money. Oh, I had more than that. I have 800,000. Again, there's nothing for me to buy. So I'm like, I mean, there are shops, but there's nothing worthwhile for me to buy. I already have... Like I said, I just find better equipment while just wandering around. There's no reason for me to buy anything. Oh wait, more cutscene? I mean, we probably could take them. We're like, what, level 56 right now? I feel like I'm a little bit over-leveled. So we probably could take him. But you know, there's more side quests to do. More side quests. More. I think we probably could go to the end of the game, because I think we were supposed to only get up to... I think I remember reading somewhere you just have to get to community level 4 in order to progress, I believe. And since I'm already there, so I could, I guess, technically progress to the end of the game if I want to. Or I can just keep going with these side quest things. And just actually, no, I'm just gonna do side quests tonight because I said I was just gonna be casual tonight. I'm just gonna. I'm not playing super seriously tonight. I'm just kind of chilling. So we're just gonna do side quest stuff, and then I guess probably in the next stream I'll probably do the finale. I guess. I don't know how long it's gonna take, so. I might just keep going with this stuff tonight. Oh yes, a cooking contest. Who are we gonna enter? Jen? Good idea. A Gion. You can probably enter him. He's pretty good. I think that's probably it. I don't think there's anybody else we can enter in the contest because I think everybody else is not that good at cooking. Yeah, we're just gonna have Jin, because he's probably the best cook we have. No. Oh yeah, yes, we are forgetting a Gion. Yeah, we're forgetting a Gion. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Jean can make some mean fish pie. Oh, you mean you? I don't think that's a good idea. Not one bit.
I would be no leader if I turned down an opportunity.
No.
Hmm? We're out of supplies?
Well, the main quest wants me to go to the inn, so I think I might... Actually, well... Hold on. I'm gonna save. Also, I noticed how on the menu they took the mask off of Jin in the menu. That's a nice little touch. Let's go to the inn. I made a safety save. I have autosave turned off, so just in case this is something that automatically leads me into like a quest line that I can't get out of to go to the end, just in case.
Malos is heading for Torna's core. In the original configuration, the core is in the Titan's thorax.
But the Titan hasn't shown signs of transforming yet.
You think the Aegis is taking a nap or something?
Yeah, it probably is.
That would be fortunate for us. That mountain ridge makes up the upper body. That's where the core should appear. It will take some time before the troops are organized. Let us go on ahead. We depart in the morning.
This sucks. House sitting in the capital. I want to go with you.
Here we go. Way lame.
The battle ahead is unlike any we've known before. Please remember that.
Jin, can't you tell them? I swear we won't get in the way.
No. In this battle, you'd be a distraction.
Yes, the kids will stay home.
One way to
Finally.
Milton, you'll be a great help to Adam if you stay in the capital.
Come on. Don't you get it? You're not hearing them. Okay? You'd be no help on the battlefield. In fact, protecting you from Malos would take all my energy. But hey, I mean, if you stay here and keep Mikhail out of trouble, we'll be able to fight the way we should. That's what they're saying.
I don't need looking after.
See?
You understand, don't you? What you need to do to help Adam?
Make me a promise that you'll kill Malos and bring Adam back no matter what.
Yeah, I promise.
Great. Then we each know what we have to do. Surprisingly diligent.
You need some help?
Nah, just killing time.
If you want to talk, I'm not sure I'm your guy.
Keeping a journal, huh? Bridget's into it too. Is that like a thing now?
Who knows? I am what I am, and so is she.
You know when your driver dies, you'll return to your core. It feels kind of futile.
There's nothing strange about wanting to know who you used to be once you reawaken.
You can't be sure you'll even find it though, right?
Even so, nothing's for certain, but it's some hope at least. That's a Blade's lot.
But what's the point?
To keep the bond with your driver alive.
The bond?
I guess that's a little difficult for you to understand.
Hey, don't be mean. You make it sound like I have no heart. What?
What I meant was, the true connection that's meant for you, I don't think you'll find it here.
But Adam's my driver.
Sure, he is. But I feel it's not the same somehow.
Huh?
Your real affinity lies in the future, not in the time we're in now. I just feel that in my bones. Call it Blade's intuition.
Sounds kind of vague.
To change the subject, thanks for before.
For what?
I didn't expect it.
You were both so hopeless with the kids. So hopeless I couldn't just watch.
I'll consider myself told.
And here we go. But not really. Or is the game gonna force me right into this? Yeah, this seems like the sort of thing that would be not reversible.
That's
The Tornan Titan's true form.
Is Malos there?
There's no time. Keep moving.
Party formation has changed. In what way? Oh, okay. So I could go to the end, or I can just, no. No. I said I was gonna keep doing side quests. We're just gonna keep doing side quests. Okay. We're not gonna worry about Malos. He can wait. He's not going anywhere. Let's go ahead and do this one. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting out of here. We're going back to Gromot.
a hop, skip, and a jump later.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
Alright. Alright, some more talky stuff.
This is becoming addictive.
So yeah, I already talked about Final Fantasy, so... I did start watching, the original series of Star Trek. Started over the weekend also with that. Watched the first 2 episodes. I'm still not done with Voyager. I am still kind of working my way through it, but I've slowed down a lot. I'm kind of halfway through Season 6 right now on Voyager, so... I'm going to keep chipping away at it a little bit at a time, but I also kind of started watching the original series as well, because I just wanted to watch something different. That's about as different as you can get. I do kind of like the original series in some ways, because it's kind of goofy and campy. It's hard to beat that, so I do find some enjoyment with it just because of that. I know it's super old, but whatever. Watching the remastered version, which has a better looking Enterprise in the shots from. So it kind of gets me something new to see in the show, so I'm kind of enjoying that aspect of it. So yes, of course this guy is dead. I mean, why would he not be dead? If he was in the village, he probably died. Hmm. Mollycoddling. Okay. That's a new word. Alright. Look around. Okay. Yeah, Star Trek. I watched the first few episodes and The Cage. I guess I can probably talk about The Cage first, because that was I guess that's technically the first episode, although it's really the, it was the first pilot for the series. In many ways, it's kind of interesting to watch because it's kind of like a prototype Star Trek. It's Star Trek, but it's not quite Star Trek at the same time. What I mean by that is that they haven't really got a lot of the ideas around Star Trek, or they weren't really finalized at the time when they kind of made the first pilot. So there's some things in there that are just kind of a little weird. They don't really make sense now, but they don't seem familiar to the Star Trek we know. Like, they make reference to that the Enterprise has rockets on it. It was one of those things where I had to kind of stop and like pause for a moment. I was like, wait, did they just say there were rockets on the Enterprise? They did, didn't they? Oh, okay. Fire the rockets. That was actually something Spock said in the episode. Also, they don't have phasers. They use lasers. They have laser guns and laser cannons, not phasers. So there are no phasers in the Cage. It's just lasers. But probably the weirdest thing is that Spock acts so weird in the Cage. Oh wait, there's barrels up here I completely missed.
The suspense.
Let me get
is
these.
killing me.
Even though I probably don't need this stuff. But yeah, Spock,
You're coming with me, treasure.
he has emotions. He tries to be charismatic and like smile in a really creepy way.
You're coming
The episode
with me,
is like,
treasure.
it's so weird. It is just so weird to see. It's like, this is not the way Spock is supposed to behave. Why is he behaving this way? It's so bizarre. And I read up that the reason why Spock was acting that way is because Leonard Nimoy wanted him to make him act a little more emotional in comparison to Pike, who was being very stoic in most of the episode. So, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense in a way, because when Kirk came on, they kind of reversed that. Kirk was the more emotional person, while Spock became the stoic character. So, and that became the Spock we know.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Something's buried down here.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Alright, what do we got? Chesto.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Some notes, okay. Nox Promontory. Hey, it's a quest. Alright. We need to go that way. There we go. So yeah.
What a pleasant stroll.
Right.
First stuff
Where
about the
shall we
cage.
head
The
to
cage
next?
is not really a bad episode. It's okay. I think it's just okay overall. It's a very cerebral episode. Because you have the Talosians, the big brain people, and they want to create like a zoo where they kidnap Pike and try to get him to, hey, here's this really attractive looking lady. Don't you want to bone her? You really do. Just bone her and have children and just live happily here with a little illusion zoo sort of thing. So he's like, I'm not having any of that. I'm gonna get angry and just. Rawr. Hold on. What does this lady want? She wants 200,000 G. Mention Arb's name. Oh, well, let's see what happened to that. Oh, now she doesn't want money. Okay. I mean, I had plenty of money, so it wasn't really a problem for me, but whatever. But yeah, so. But it wasn't until they get the other two.
This is becoming addictive.
Your two female crew members end up being beamed down. They were allowed to beam down, nobody else, into, where Pike was. The number one and the yeoman. I think she was a yeoman, ensign or something. Like the young one who wants to keep flirting with the captain. It's very weird. But yeah, so it comes as oh, Captain Pike, okay, maybe you want to mate with bone one of these two instead, huh? Huh? Come on, you know you want to. They both like you. And he's like, no, I'd rather be angry. I will channel the power of anger. Because you can't read my thoughts when I'm angry. That was pretty much what Pike's strategy was. Just get angry. But it kind of worked eventually. Because he did manage to capture one of the Talosians, and the rest of them was like, I'm gonna be angry. You know what? I think you're playing tricks on me. I think my phasers actually do work. You're just making me think they're not working. And he's like, yeah, you got me. I was just playing tricks on you. So yeah, the phasers were, or I'm sorry, the laser guns. But yeah, so that's kind of how the episode resolved and everything. So it's supposed to tie in later with another episode that comes in later in the first season of where Pike comes back, and yeah, they kind of reuse some of the footage from the cage. And I think Pike ends up going back to the Talosians anyway at some point. Yeah. So the next episode after that, which technically, again, the first few episodes are a little strange the way they're set up, because technically, at least chronologically in my mind, the next episode should be where No Man has gone before. Should be the next episode, but it isn't. That's like the fourth episode, I think, or third. I can't quite remember. Because it looks kind of... Because where No Man has gone before is actually the second pilot. So it should be the next episode, but... For reasons back then, they decided not to have that be the next episode. Because it actually looks like... It uses some of the same set design and outfits they had from the cage, so that's why it looks like it should be the next episode, but... Okay, whatever. But I'm going to talk about that episode anyway, because that's the one where Gary Mitchell and the other lady... the Enterprise is at the edge of the galaxy, and they're meeting like the Great Barrier thing at the edge of the galaxy, which is not the same Great Barrier from Star Trek V, because that was from inside the galaxy. That's a different barrier. So this barrier is one at the very outside edge of the galaxy, which I'm not quite sure how the Enterprise actually got to, because that's still Because that's still really far away from Federation of Space. When you look at an actual galactic map, that's the outer edge of the galaxy is still like really far away. So I don't know how they got all the way out there, but okay. Just have to kind of not pay attention to that detail. Anyway, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I think I went the wrong way here. So yeah, Gary Mitchell becomes God, or a godlike being. It's the whole parable of take a flawed human being and you give them godlike powers. What are they gonna do? They're gonna go kind of crazy eventually, and that's what ends up happening. But they kind of resolve it by having the other lady who gets godlike powers, and she kind of turns against Mitchell and distracts him long enough so Kirk can actually take him out. And that's kind of what ends up happening. So was there anything else about the episode I wanted to mention? There really isn't really a whole lot to that episode. I know they don't have McCoy on in that episode. And I don't think Uhura was in that episode either. A lot of the regular cast members weren't really established until, like, after that. So yeah. Anyway, next episode. The one that actually is the first part, the first episode of the season. Man Trap. That's the one with the salt vampire. It's an okay episode. Most of the episodes are okay. I think there's some that are kind of more interesting than others. But most of these starting episodes are just kind of okay-ish. How did this thing get here? This was not here before. I swear the buffalo was not here before. Anyway. So the Salt Vampire episode. Again, they're kind of dealing with a creature who can create illusions, or I'm pretty sure they're illusions. The Salt Vampire can make itself look like whatever it wants to whoever is looking at it, depending on who's looking at it. It's kind of hard to explain. But it's like when McCoy first sees it, it looks like his old girlfriend when she was younger, like really young, and he kind of remarks on that. But to Kirk, she actually appears older, as an older woman. And then to an ensign nearby, she appears as this really young, attractive girl who doesn't look like any of that.
I do love a bit of peace and quiet.
So it's a very interesting talent. Ah yes, this is where I'm supposed to be. Stuff.
The suspense is killing
Something's
me.
buried down here.
Don't have to tell me twice.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Last Maker's Tomb. Okay. We're going back. Whoosh. Whoosh. But yeah, if you've ever seen like some of the little clips about the original series,
Quite the voyage.
you see a little scene where it looks like Kirk is getting grabbed on the head by some alien. He's like silent, and he's like, ah! That's the salt vampire. Every time I see that scene, it's like it seems so funny for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, if you look on YouTube, you'll probably find the clips for it. But it's just Shatner's acting is so funny sometimes. It's so hard to avoid. It's just one of those things that I do kind of subtly kind of like about the original series. Is Weird things like that just I find humorous for some reason. But so there's that. So the next episode after that I think was Charlie X. Which weirdly enough is another story about somebody getting godlike powers again. Instead this time it's this teenager who ends up on board and apparently he has the super psychic powers of the Flacians or something like that. I don't remember the exact name. Because apparently he was raised by these supernatural beings who are almost like... They have almost like Q-like powers. It's kind of weird, but... I think the only thing kind of surprising me after watching the episode is that it took that so long for like Kirk to kind of figure out that the kid had supernatural powers, especially after his experience with Gary Mitchell. Like, you would think he'd be able to pick up on, like, hey, I got somebody on board with really supernatural powers again. Like, I should know what to do here. But apparently I can't remember what to do here. I'm surprised it took him so long to pick up on that. Let's see what she says here. Yes, the person you're looking for is dead. We confirmed that. Yay, quest completed.
Thanks for that.
It has been a learning experience.
Oh wait, there's more? Oh, okay.
I am honored.
I'm sure there's probably like some special achievement or something for getting all of the side quests done. Let's see, where should we go now? Oh, apparently I did not finish getting all of these things. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, just so you have the Charlie X episode. Yeah, it's kind of an okay episode. I don't remember what else was. Oh yeah, there was something else I was going to mention on the Man Trap. Man Trap was like more like where we first see Uhura. Everything. It's like seeing Uhura in like the first few episodes of the original series is such a surprise because she looks so young. She's like tiny. I mean, if you think about the way Nichelle Nichols looks throughout like the Star Trek movies, she's like a decent sized woman in the movies, but then you see her in the original series and she's so small. It's like I'm so surprised every time I see her. She's so tiny. I forget like how young many of these actors were at the time when they made the original series. Like, wow. She must have been like at least 20 or in their teens. It almost looks like teens. Like, wow. Okay, yeah, Charlie X. Was there anything else about Charlie X? They had the whole thing where Charlie was trying, or Crook was being kind of shoehorned into being a mentor for Charlie, and I was like, it's like, I don't know if I really care for that part of the storyline, but it's whatever. Oh, Jin has something to say. Okay. I know, somebody's leaving trash all over the place. It could be monster poop. They were littering. It's more trash. More trash. More trash, 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 trash. Yeah. I don't really think there's anything else I can say about Charlie X. It's an okay episode. And then... Okay, then you watched... Where No Man Has Gone Before. But yeah, it's like in... Well, not counting the cage, like in the first 3 episodes of the original series, Brooke has already come across 2 godlike human beings. And... a really powerful alien with illusion powers. Talking about the salt vampire. So yeah, it's like they're already up against some pretty high-stake opponents, I guess you want to consider it already. Nothing really too cerebral, too far. I mean, the cage was probably the most cerebral episode so far. But it's enjoyable just to kind of sit down and watch every now and then. I probably wouldn't binge watch the original series, but I'll probably keep watching it every now and then while I'm trying to continue with Voyager. We'll probably see. Perhaps we'll have more to talk about as time goes on. Oh, who is it? Who is a person dumping trash? Of course it would be No Pawns. Four Musketeers. More Musketeers? Really? Technically, there's only like 3 Musketeers, so I don't know where we're getting that from. I guess we're chasing the no bombs now. Fun times. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, next topic of conversation with myself and anybody who's listening. So the big Cyberpunk 2077 patch has come. 1.2 is here finally. Went ahead and downloaded it, and I actually have been messing around with Cyberpunk a little bit for the past couple days, off and on, just to kind of see how much better the game runs. I think it does run a bit better now with the patch. I think I'm able to better keep a more stable 60 FPS in the game now than I was before. So I'm using the same settings I've always had. It's kind of like a mix of medium and high settings, so it kind of works well for me. So I think it's fine. I think the pedestrian AI is probably a little bit better than it was before. I know with the people kind of act a little differently sometimes depending on if you try to threaten them or not. Sometimes they'll just freeze up, sometimes they'll crouch down, sometimes they'll run away from you. I think the same AI pattern's been applied to those in the cars now, so that they won't always jump out and crouch down now. They still will from time to time, but sometimes they'll just run away, or they'll freeze up inside the cars. So there's a little bit more variety going on. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but there's some more going on. Where am I going? Oh, over here. I'm gonna talk to this guy. You have any what? Oh, we're asking about that note one. Okay, well, they played a flute. Well, for 11, I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, they're fine. I have no idea. Oh, apparently I did not answer the questions correctly. Can I ask again? Okay, I just had to answer the questions correctly. That's all. Yay, game design. Alright. I guess we can talk to the other Nopalm now and let her know that, hey, you're in the band. Go explore the world.
I won't lie. It feels good.
I won't lie, it feels good. It feels good to build my community meter up.
Good enough for you?
Alright, where are these Nopons at? Am I like completely missing them? There's one over on this side. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Cyberpunk patch. It's definitely a step in the right direction. It doesn't really fix everything. I still see a few little glitches that I was aware of when playing. Like there's this glitch in the when you go shop at the cyberware. There's this visual glitch that'll happen in the cyberware shop if you click through the menus too fast. Sometimes the image of the body will get superimposed on top of other images and everything. It's kind of a weird effect, but it is a glitch. It's a bug. That has not been fixed. That's still present. I know people have said the streetlights just appearing and floating in midair is still a glitch bug that still exists. The police do behave a little differently, but it's not what people want. They just kind of they spawn farther away now, so they don't spawn like right next to you anymore. So it's a little better, but it's not really a perfect solution. It's more like a temporary solution in my mind. So I guess just have to go with it. Committee. Okay, we found you. You have been caught. So, but I tell you what, there's one thing I have noticed. I haven't heard anybody mention this so far. I don't know whether it's just me, but I am noticing new cyberware and outfits on some of the NPCs now. I don't remember seeing before. And I know it really hasn't been that long since I last played, but I'm seeing stuff I don't remember that don't remember seeing before. So I do think there were some visual updates made to the NPCs to try and improve their variety a little bit. But you're still gonna have the problem of the same NPC reappearing next to the same NPC again. That still happens. But yeah, I am seeing a few little details. Sorry, a few little details that I don't remember seeing before in the game. So there is that. I think that is kind of interesting. I think there's somebody hiding back here, isn't there? I think there is. Or they're in the water. They're in the water. Over here? Wait. Oh, he's up in the tower. That's what it is. You sneaky bugger. Actually, you know what? I can just, whoosh. Whoosh my way out of here.
That was a nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
To find Vinopon. Yeah, but yeah, with the Cyberpunk, I only kind of mess around with it every now and then, and that's kind of what I've been doing lately. I'm just kind of trying out some different mods in it now, just to kind of see if I can make the game interesting. So, but I don't think I'm probably gonna sit down and seriously replay the game. Still not for a long time. I think I'm still waiting on some actual DLC expansions before I consider replaying the game. Because I played a lot of Cyberpunk already. I don't really want to spend too much time on it because I got other games to play. Meh. Yeah, we found you. Now we need to find the other one who is down here. Over this way. He is up there. Okay. I know how to get there. You think I don't know, but I do. Actually, I should have... I need to go back up in the tower, actually. I should not have jumped down from there.
Nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
To go up the ladder. Going up the ladder, Niffer. That's why we're here. Up, 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 up.
I am grateful to greet another day.
So,
we need
what's
to
on
go
today's schedule?
over here. Do some parkour here. Come on. I know I can get up there. There we go. Alright, so he is over here. Yeah, over here. Aha! Oh wait, I could have just walked around. Whatever.
Nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Or this. We're here for this. Do you want to give her company while she takes walks by giving her trash? I don't think I understand that. It does not follow.
Well, this is awkward.
This is awkward. Oh no. Alright, well I'm already at 2 hours here.
Mission accomplished then.
Never said this is gonna be side questing, I guess. So I guess I'll go ahead and stop here. And I will just continue doing the side quest stuff on my own. Alright, so that means the next time I stream this should be the final part. So we should be going to tackle Malos. Malos, or Malos. I keep wanting to call him Mallow. I don't know why. I know Mallow is a character from Super Mario RPG. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him that. We're going to fight Mallow. Mallows. We'll tackle Mallows in the next part, and that should be the end of Torna. So, I hear it's supposed to be a very dramatic ending. So, looking forward to it. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Because I figure if I'm just going to be running around doing side quest stuff, I can just do that on my own. I don't really have anything else to talk about tonight, so that's probably a good place for me to stop. So, tomorrow, we'll see. We'll do something tomorrow. I'll figure something out. Tactics maybe. We'll see. And, yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. That's it. I don't have anything else. So I'm just gonna stop now, so